Hello, hello. Hi, everyone. This is Bill from In Slick Listening Health, the best channel for men advice. Or maybe I should say advice for men. Yeah, I guess this would be better. Anyway, here we are with another juicy, interesting Reddit post. And without further ado, let's go and start reading. Okay, so the question is it misogynistic to not continue pursuing a relationship with someone over past promiscuity? Now, just by seeing the question, I would have to answer that no. You are entitled to having your own standards, and this, if you ask me at least, is a very valid standard to have. Again, I'm not going to go into things in detail today, but we could argue that a woman loses its value with the more the more partners she has had in her life. Just like a man would lose value if he lost his job, if he lost his financial power, for example, or if he wasn't able to flirt so well. Now, value is something that consists of several factors, many actually, and sometimes it has to do, with the eye of the beholder, as they say. It has to do with you, with the person that actually receives the value. So if you are the receiver of value of another person, you are the one who can evaluate them, and having some standards isn't bad. Now, why women lose their value the more partners they've had in the past? This is a huge topic that we will discuss in another video, but keep in touch and we will go through that as well. Anyway, let's move on to the post. So I just broke things off with a girl I was seeing over this. I'm 24 and she's 21 and have some mutual friends. We were dating for 3 months, no sex. Okay, but the discussion about our sex lives came up during our last date at my place. The gist of it was that she has been with quite a bit more partners, 15, than I have, too. Okay, this is a big difference. Overall, for me, I've never been one to be involved in the frat sorority scene or hookup, as I've only had sex with the 2 previous partners that I was serious with. So I ended up texting her late that night this. Hey, name, I was thinking about everything in our future and where it's heading. I think it would be best, due to incompatibility, that we no longer see each other. I think you're a really cool person and we can still be friends. Wish you the best of luck with everything. Okay, through a message. Well, I thought I worded it well as to say as she did anything wrong. I thought I worded it well as to say as she did anything wrong as she didn't. Okay. Anyway, as I don't think anything is wrong for men, women who don't view sex as something for intimate relationships. Okay. But I received some messages from friends saying that what I did was messed up. Just wanted to hear some opinions, as I thought I wasn't being prude or anything. Okay, let's go and take a look at the comments. I hope that, guys, as I was scrolling down, you saw that, because I can see that, yeah, I don't have the entire text on the screen. Anyway, a couple dates may be okay to do that via text. Nothing you can do about it now other than... Okay. He says here that since they were dating for 3 months, the advice that the people give to him down below is that it should have been face to face. Okay. You're allowed to have your own standards. If you weren't comfortable with your sexual past, then you shouldn't continue the relationship. But you shouldn't have done it over text, to be honest. Yeah, I kind of agree on that. Absolutely. And of course, you should have not done it over text. Your message is like HR termination letter. Okay. That's cool. Yeah, that was like an HR termination letter. Okay. Is that phone call okay or in person? How do you do it in person? Say you need to talk. can I come over? Serious question. I can be a little dense. Well, yeah, obviously you should, like, you should communicate with the other person. And I would, like, even if you were dating for 1 month or something, I would I would say that you should, do that in person. It's better to do these things in person. But even though sometimes, especially if you are the one making the breakup, I understand that it's easier, to do it like that. Anyway, I want to just spend a little bit time, reading some details here. So she has had 15 partners already at age 21. Oh my God. Okay. And he only two. Like, the thing that I don't understand is, how did she not give, sexual intercourse to him, even though she has had 15, like if you've had 15 sexual partners by the age of 21, that means that you're very well accustomed to, you know doing the thing. So this is very weird if you're dating for 3 months and you haven't had sex so far. Now, we don't know the details, but I want you guys to pay a little bit attention here to see something which is, again, we don't know the details. I might be wrong, but I'm not wrong when I say that women do have some specific strategies. So what we have here is that you can see a person who is 21 years old, and you can understand that up until the age of 21, she was riding the carousel, as they as they usually say, which means that they go around having sex with practically almost every guy that they meet. And then at the same time, she reaches an age, or she reaches a point in her life that she finds a good guy, and she's like, okay, I'm not going to give it to you, and we're just gonna be like that. And I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I would feel extremely frustrated if I knew that my girl, the girl that I have right now, would have given it to every guy that she met practically, but she wouldn't give it to me. Like, you could say that this is a red flag. But anyway, you should know that this is one very common technique and a very common strategy that women do. And if you see something like that, I would advise you to run for the hills. It is very weird for a girl to have this kind of strategy, let's say, that, you know what, I do give it to a lot of people, but I will not give it to you just because you're good. And this is not good, because this makes a very bad, let's say, a very dangerous foundation in a relationship. Because at the same time, you will be able to see many more problems will arise. This is really probable, because when you see a person at the age of 21 having so much sexual activity, that means that sexual activity for this woman is something very simple. Excuse me. For example, it's like the same, like just having one cigarette. So if you get into a relationship with a person like that, and you know that sex is something very simple for her, but at the same time that doesn't really give it to you, be prepared for problems to come up. And you could understand what kind of problems if you think about it a little bit. But let me tell you that, again, if a person, for example, if someone is very accustomed to stealing, like small items and stuff like that, it is really probable that they are going to do it at, like whatever chance they're going to have. Okay, again, people change. Okay, and change might happen, but usually women who have a promiscuous past do not change for the better as they age. Actually, the opposite happens. But anyway, we won't spend too much time much more time about this issue. The thing that we say here, that this guy sent her text for breaking up, was actually, yeah, I wasn't either happy to hear that. I wouldn't condone you sending breakup texts, okay, when you can do this in person. Doing these things in person is actually always better. And we have to think that no matter what happens, the goal should be to leave the other person better, and even better, even more important, I would say, leave yourself better after this. Every relationship, after every human interaction, to be honest, you have to gain things after, and to win things, when you are in a relationship, and after every interaction you have with people, so that you can make yourself better. So that's the thing. I am a strong ally, let's say, of discussing things with people. If you have a problem, it is okay to have a problem. It is okay to have your own standards. Just discuss it with the other person and tell them that I have this problem because this and this and this. Do not send them a text message. Okay, guys, I hope that I have given you a little bit of insight on that matter. Keep on following us, keep on commenting, please, and sharing these videos. Become member of the channel, okay, for more videos to come up, and even better advice. Bill here, out. Take care, people. Thank you very much.